And now, here on AMTV, it's time for some tat from the TARDIS. Hello there everybody, and welcome to Tat from the TARDIS. This is just a fun little thing I thought I'd do, just showing you random odds and sods from my Doctor Who collection, because I've been a Whovian for quite a long time, and as most Whovians probably know, you end up acquiring random bits and pieces of Doctor Who ephemera, some you really want, some you maybe don't want, and some that are just a little bit random. So you might be looking at this thinking, okay, so what, a TARDIS cookie tin? Well, it's not a cookie tin. For those who, may be old enough, back in the 90s when Doctor Who was being released on VHS, sometimes they did special box sets, and this is one of those box sets. It's a TARDIS tin containing some VHS inside, haha, but which one? I'm sure some of you will already know, but I'll reveal what it is in a minute. And this tin has always been of particular interest to me. I only got this recently. I only paid, a couple of quid for it off of Facebook Marketplace. Because in Doctor Who magazine, they had this segment called Out of the TARDIS, I believe, where they used this tin so people could pull out questions, read questions, and answer them. And I thought that tin was pretty cool. And it's actually quite a robust tin. You could use it for many things, not just for your VHS tapes. So having a look at the design, it's clearly modelled after the TARDIS of the 80s. You can tell this because if you look at the police box sign, it's blue against the white text, which was very common back in the day. You've got the little door sign there, which is nice that they've gone to the effort of recreating that as well. It's altogether quite a nice recreation, and there is stuff on the bottom and the top of this unit, so let's have a look what we have. You have this right here, the BBC Video Limited Edition Doctor Who 30th Anniversary, The Trial of a Time Lord. It's rated PG, I wonder why, but it is rated PG, and it contains 3 videos. So yes, this contains the 1986 epic The Trial of a Time Lord, which was originally broadcast in 14 parts from September to December of 1986. Now here is the bottom, you get my reflection, hello, but it's actually quite hard to see. You've got an image of Patrick Troughton, and you've got The Trial of a Time Lord, and the various parts that make it up. Now, from what I understand, different sets had a different Doctor on the bottom, which I think is quite novel. Very happy to have Pat Troughton, the second Doctor, because obviously great actor, great Doctor. So that is the bottom. Apologies, it's not more clear. But it's time to open up the TARDIS tin. And there it is, The Trial of a Time Lord on VHS. All 14 parts as well, spread across 3 tapes. As you can see, it's quite the bumper of a box there. It has this wonderful 90s aesthetic that all the VHSs had, sort of a simple text in a box, and the diamond logo, and this is the 30th anniversary, of course, so it's got that special banner, 63 to 93. You've got Colin Baker as the 6th Doctor, you've got Michael Jaston as the Valeyard, you've got the robot from Mysterious Planet, you've got Syl from Mind Warp, and you've got Terror of the Vervoids from, Terror of the Verv. You've got the Vervoids from Terror of the Vervoids, and of course the Valeyard is the villain for the final piece. This is mainly for those of you who weren't around when VHSs came out, because this is how they were detailed, no special features or nothing. So there you have the 3 authors that make up the individual components. You have a quote from the story, which is in green, and there you have like a little blurb about Trial of a Time Lord. Now, trying to summarize Trial of a Time Lord into 3 blurbs is quite the task, and I think they've done a pretty good job here. I'll just leave it there. Trial of a Time Lord, I actually love the arc of it. I think it's a great story. I wish it wasn't the TV finale for Colin Baker. Obviously, he did a lot in Big Finish, in the audio world and stuff, but it's a shame that this is his final season. But I think I like most of it. There you go. Originally transmitted from the 6th of September to the 6th of December 1986, the 14-part adventure is a welcome addition to the Doctor Who collection on BBC Video. It is available exclusively in the special limited edition tin to commemorate the programme's 30th anniversary, which is pretty cool. And you got some pictures from the corresponding episodes, 2 pictures from Mind Warp and 1, it could be from any of them really, couldn't it? It's 349 minutes approximately if you want to watch it all in one, so that takes it to just under 6 hours if you wanted to watch it all in one go. It's got the producer, John Nathan Turner, the 3 different directors who directed the segments individually, and it says, for more information on Doctor Who, please send a SAE to the Doctor Who Appreciation Society. Ah yes, the DWAS as it was. So that's the back of the tape. I think we should open this up for anyone who doesn't know what a VHS tape is. So this, dear children, is a VHS cassette tape. This is part 1, which has, episodes 1 to 4 on it. And yeah, this is what we used to watch stuff on. I had these growing up. Some of you younger ones might not have had this. You might be aware of what VHS was, but this is what we had. You can see I've watched it because the more tapes on this side means the more you've watched through your video. And when you rewound it, it would all be on this side. So Doctor Who is on magnetic tape here. You'd slot your cassette into your machine, and you'd be pretty much raring to go. Now here's part 2, which is Mind Warp, and you can see there's not much difference to the labels really. There's no variations, there's nothing like that. There's no artwork, like how some of the DVDs have artwork on the disc. That is not the case here, just a plain old label. And just for the completionist's sake, there is part 3, which has been really nicely rewound, and this actually has both the Terror of the Vervoids 4 parts and the Ultimate Foe. So this is actually 6 episodes into one tape, and it's quite good that they've done this, because back in the day sometimes they would put 6 episodes across 2 different tapes, 3 episodes a tape. So the fact they've crammed it into one, good on them. And that is that in a nutshell. I mean, the fact that this Trial of a Time Lord set came in this gorgeous TARDIS tin is quite lovely, I think. It's a really robust tin. I'm going to be using it for all sorts. I'm probably not going to use it for the VHS. As I said, I mainly bought it for the tin rather than the VHS, because I mean, Trial of a Time Lord, I had it on DVD, I upgraded to the Blu-ray set, so the fact I have this VHS, I might pass it on, because I mean, I love the artwork on this actually, but I mainly got it for the tin. You can still get this tin, it's really readily available, there's a lot of them out there, it's quite cheap to pick up, it's not inexpensive, as is Trial of a Time Lord. I mean, you can get it on VHS, you can get it on DVD, you can get it on Blu-ray, you can stream it on BritBox if you pay for a subscription. There's really an endless amount of ways to do it. And I find it quite funny that for a story that not everybody liked, it was only available back in the day, back in the 90s, in this limited edition TARDIS tin. But that's all for this first installment of Tat from the TARDIS. I hope you enjoyed it, just looking at random odds and sods in my Doctor Who collection. I might do a few more of these depending on what I come across, as I sort through things often. So if I come across any oddities, we'll be sure to take a look at them. But please like the video if you enjoyed it, please subscribe to the channel if you're brand new, and until the next one, I will see you guys next time. This program has been brought to you in part by our producer and director patrons. With your support, you help keep AMTV running and the programs coming to your screens. Thank you. And that does bring us to the end of another evening here on AMTV. We hope you enjoyed the program, and we hope to see you next time. Good night.